confidential, and I ensure you that anything that you expose to me won't be taken out from this room or won't be shared to anyone else unless you have anything that I can consider as wanted to harming you or harming other people. I might using the power that I have to figure it out using the third party authorities or anything you can settle with them. So, how are you doing?
I'm fine lately.
It's good. I would like to recap about our previous session where we discussed about a lot of topics such as your childhood and also your current situations, about the emotions as well. So, are you sure you want to continue on our previous discussion, which is
Yeah, sure, actually. Yeah,
about
like
the
the guy.
right?
Yeah.
So you can proceed with that.
So basically, lately, there's this guy I find interesting in a way. This is due to his characteristics and such. I've known him since around November, like that, or October, around that time, due to our training in a theater production. For me, throughout we know each other, it was like our relationship is okay and all. Though I'm not sure lately how I feel about him because how to say? Because around a few weeks ago, he basically gave me flowers, but I didn't ask him what is it for, so I'm kinda in a way confused. What's the gesture shown as? Aside from that, as much as I think it's sweet, because I really did like make a small bucket list where while I'm in uni, I want to at least have to receive a flower from a secret admirer like that is is a silly thing. So I guess that checked off in that experience. But as nice as he is, there are part of me like kind of hesitant. Not that I want to pursue something with him. It's just something like I don't know how he feels towards me and such. So it's that kind of situation.
So part of when you describe about your experience and also the situation that you've been through because of that person giving you flowers, so can you describe me more? I mean, the last time we had session, so during those time that we don't have any session, can you describe about what kind of feelings do you have towards after our session? Do you still keep thinking about it?
Not that I think about him that much. It's just like there are times if I was with my friends, I will tell them about. Actually, I'm actually unsure my feelings towards this guy about him. So there's like take your time, don't have to rush. Also, it's not that easy. For me, I just like okay. I take their words for it because I'm not that desperate or anything. It's just like maybe because seeing my friends in a relationship, that kind of influenced my thoughts. I can't say that it's not that I see him more than a friend. It's just a friend. It's just like with how he messages me. Sometimes it feels like there is something he wants to. There is something. He's like hinting something, but I was like unsure if it's a joke because when he ended something, it's like um, Ece macam is like, it's a joke kind of code. So it's like, okay, I will take this as a joke, but if he says something in real life, in a serious manner, I will think about it. So it's like that.
Basically you basically just ask him about it, is it?
Huh?
You ask him about it, or this is the way you try to perceive it?
I didn't ask him. I didn't ask about the flowers. I didn't ask him at all. It's like there's like one time during the raya, my cousin had an engagement. So basically, I did post about it, congratulating about my cousin, and I did like play on my status even next year. So I did say playfully like macam Mama tolonglah carikan aku jodoh or something like that. So basically the guy this chatted me, replied to that post like, aku lah jadi jodoh kau. Ece, it's like for me I take this as a joke. I don't know lah in a serious like I just Ece ada aja. And then he said like, kau nak mau aku enggak? I said how do I respond this? But I take it as a joke still. And then he spared me a few pictures. It's like that. So I'm like, I did show my friends about it too, then recently, we had a program. So basically we had a program, we go together since he basically dragged me. So we'll be going to Thailand for JLP. So he asked me out for this Saturday to buy some clothes. He was asking me to pick up something, but I answered, I'll look into it later if I'm free or not, because I want to focus. Because I'm not sure. It's not that I don't want to hang out. It's just like I don't want to go out that much. Actually, also because I was planning to finish up some projects. So next week we have to do some presentations. So I don't want to think much because it's actually picking up close. Also, one of the reasons is I don't want to actually be alone with another guy. So it's like because of that too. I don't want to be with him alone, just us two.
Yeah, I see. So when you're saying that you perceive that guy in interaction towards you as a joke, during the DMs reply, this and that,
Yeah.
other than you perceive it as a joke, anything else that you try to think about it?
I didn't think much of it. I didn't take that type of thing as a joke too. Because that's also part of me like, okay, because I did talk to my dad about this too, about this guy. My dad basically told me, don't try to date much during this uni because we're still basically learning, right?
Yeah.
Also, the other way is still studying, so it's not like both are not that stable financially and such, right? So I just have to be in a relationship when I have a job and such. So it's like that. Yes, I agree with my dad. For this guy, I did told my dad that this guy is kind of have like a baggage. Baggage.
What does that mean?
It's like, how to explain? It's like, there is something about this guy. It's like, might be overwhelming. It's like baggage lah. It's like there's an additional thing.
Is it kind of red flag or
Huh?
is it kind of red flag?
No, it's not a red flag. It depends how people see it. Like,
It's all about your perception about
It's because this guy, I can see that he actually like the type who has problems with maintaining a relationship as in friendship like that. So based on what I see on this chat with one of his friends, it's like I can see why he has like difficulty sometimes. This is I can't say, but is that I think that's kind of a baggage. But this one, his personality, he is like very interested. He is also too friendly.
Or to friends. So because of that, the part when you say you're scared of being each other, just two of you, and then
No, it's not like I'm scared. It's just like
cautious.
cautious. Yeah.
You're cautious about it, and then you ask about your parents and about your final opinion, and then also regarding about what you thought just now about his personality and his kind of friendly. So, what kind of feelings or expectation you have towards all that things?
I can't say I expect anything since I can't ask him to change or anything because
That's him.
that's him, and I can't determine if we are going to have anything like that. So I can't really force him to change. So I'm gonna treat him as a friend. If he asks advice, I will just give it. But I know there are certain things we can't really change. That I can say. My friends did say that he is too friendly.
Right?
You understand what too friendly
I
is?
understand.
Okay, with the opposite gender. So it's like that. My friends like told me like, sedia-sedia lah kau Riza. It's like that.
I see. Is it like a soft warning towards you?
I'm not sure if it's a warning, to be honest, due to ever since I like moved, I stayed here, inshallah, my perception is kind of altered because like at Sabah, I can say I'm kind of like, not isolated, what's the other word? Reserved.
For reason.
Okay, yeah, that's the type of word because my at least like my development and we have a certain boundaries like between girls and guys. So here the interaction between the two genders is like kind of leisure,
Yes.
too loose. It's like that. They're too casual. But whether it's like Islam or not, like, it's like that.
Alright, I see. Okay, talking about we as human beings, right? Getting into relationship, our interest towards community and social. So, what are your thoughts about getting into relationship?
My thoughts on getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
In a relationship. Okay. Chronologically, so
Yes, you can start with that.
okay, I guess when I was young, having a relationship is like maybe it's like a Disney Channel experience with all the Disney princess.
Alright.
And then around my teenage years, it's like I guess having a relationship, we can have like can share the emotional things and such, to have the time, like spending time, future and such. As I did have a relationship for basically March, April, June. Okay, I guess it's like 4 months utilized. It's not around form 4, so basically, I think my perception of a relationship is the same. But since I'm more older, there is a bit more transition, like finding a guy who is like their knowledge in religion is enough to guide me. They have a stable income and we were able to communication and that is compatible with each other. Because with how relationship goes nowadays, it's kind of hard to find the type of people that uh, that match our vibe and such, and that is emotionally mature.
So when you say compatibility and also complete in your in terms of economic status, also religion knowledge and all those things, where do you think this kind of exclusion or influence will be brought within you?
Meaning?
Meaning, okay, you have this kind of expectation, right? Where do you think where it's coming from? Is it from your family? Is it something that you watch?
It is basically my parents. They already told me what to expect. As I grew since basically I am here alone. So yeah, they basically told me few things, what to look into, guys, and such. Also maybe for me, if I want a relationship where we can agree to get into marriage. So I don't want to have a relationship where I'm the only one invested when the other is like so laid back.
Talking about getting into a relationship, if the person is unable, but you're in love with that person, despite of he didn't have the characteristics or the ideas that your parents brought to you, do you think that it can happen?
If he at least have one or two characteristics, I guess some things we can work on. But it is depends on us want to improve ourselves.
So basically, it's really because of being in a relationship, right? It doesn't much have to do with one people. It needs to have another people as well to work with each other. So I agree with that. What you said. So I want to ask about your other than all the I would say values that you describe about a person that you like. Other than that values, do you think you would find this as compatible to you?
Values and personality are different things.
Yeah.
So the the match is whether we have the same interests or how comfortable we are with each other. I think it depends on how we able to accept one another.
I see. So in a relationship, what do you think that you have the values? What do you think you can offer?
Actually, I am unsure myself as my knowledge towards religion is not that much since I do read some, but it is specific type of topics and my prayers is also like all over the place too. This is due to my period too, essentially. So it's hard to manage, but it's not an excuse. I'm actually unsure what I can offer to another because usually I will ask if we're together long enough so I'm able to know what I'm able to offer because I'm not sure what I can offer, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically. So there's a lot of things to make all that.
So when you say you have a lot of things to make sure of it, is it because of if you unsure about getting into a relationship or you scared of getting into one?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of hesitant. As much as I say to my friends like, aku mau ada boyfriend, aku mau kawin, the typical type of conversation. It's kind of like I'm kind of scared to get into a relationship too because we don't know how to interact with someone. Since I'm in ECE, we majority are girls. So in each classes, it's either one or two guys or none at all. So to have a conversation with a guy is kind of not non-existent, but it's like hard. But even if we have a guy, like kelas yang use we do PEC. But it depending what group we're sitting in and such. So I can say I'm hesitant because with the current situation about guys and such, it's like I'm unsure.
Is it what you're saying about current situation? You have this kind of perspective, or I would say perception towards guy. Is it different from the guy that you've been interested with and the general guys?
The kind of situation, maybe it's because it's a Western thing, so that's a different thing. I'm not sure because how I know guys here is my friends is just like basically warning with like don't get into a relationship with guys in the same year because of that
Especially MSU.
yeah. So I basically question how do I have a relationship? I can't go out because first I don't have a car. I can't go anywhere, anything much. So my furthest location, Aeon, if I would walk my leg by foot. I can't go on online dating because I'm scared with the type of guys online too. Maybe that's me. Is that type because you don't know a person until like because there are some situations where guys is like basically like green flag with you throughout the relationship, but when you're married, his personality changes. So that type of thing I'm kind of scared too. So it made me hesitant to have a relationship. But if you're talking about this guy, I'm unsure. As I said, I knew him for basically a few months. We don't meet as often, so from what I see based on, I meet him face to face. He is a nice guy. He is a nice guy. I can say he has a bit of some things he need to some things to figure out because in my opinion he kind of have like a attachment thing attachment, something like that. So I'm not sure if maybe it's because like he said to me like his friends often leave him and such. So is that with him currently that he is also too friendly. I'm like hesitant too because even if you want to pursue a relationship, I'm not sure if I'm able to accept him that easily as well.
So talking about all the perspective that you have towards the guy, and so this guy, is it contrary with what you believe and what you see in that guy? Or so far, how do you perceive? Is it contrary with the belief that you have about guys?
As I said, the things like because this is my social media is basically full of like Western type of things, so I'm not sure it match with the Kenya religion. I'm not sure how to say it. It doesn't. Wait, you mean like viewer who is
View that him and so the belief that you have towards the general guy.
I'm unsure because to me, macam tak semua lelaki sama tu. Macam it's like macam takut offensive sikit. But to me, it's like if like met you a few times, if I know okay, you guys are okay for me, I'll just say that like that.
I see.
But I'm not sure what general is in like how a guy acts because it is kind of varied how people act and their values, so it's hard to like distinguish.
So far, how do we deal with that? To adjust with in terms of the laki suka sama and knowing about him and also the guys, friends that you have.
Because if I was motivated juga. Like if guy friends for me so far they are nice actually. They're polite, playful, and respectful, so they're okay. As I said, I can't say semua lagi sama. They have their own personality. It's just like my perception, like the lelaki itu semua dia okay sehingga kau dah okay dengan aku. It's like that type. Itu aku cakap macam lelaki bagi mata aku macam sama. Because I had conversation with my friends like sekolah menengah, I don't think much about orang punya religion because kalau kau okay dengan aku okay dengan kau. So like I don't think much, I didn't question much their beliefs and such. So it's like that. Yeah, unless okay.
So regarding about your social connectivity, about the community, regarding about the word love, I would say that you don't have the idea yang terlalu ketat untuk halang diri you daripada go further. Is it that true? Is it that, I mean, you don't have any strong ideas that gonna stop you from have the idea about love or loving someone? Is it true?
Don't have the strong idea.
I mean, idea yang boleh stop you from doing things that you want.
I guess I
I mean, your own logic, your own beliefs.
I don't have anything that can stop me, but there are like possibilities that I have to think about what may happen in the future. So because growing up, I basically like have to plan, have to think the possibilities of what may happen if I do this and that. So basically, the relationship we have to like make out the possibilities what will happen in the future. So maybe that kind of like stopping me. For me, I'm also like hesitant to approach someone. Like I said, like if I can go online dating, right? But the problem is we don't know the other person inside is like. So as much as I want to be bold person, I can't do that. So if I want to do a blind date, I don't have any connection that can help me with that too. So it's like my options are rather, I can't say a bit limited. So as if I follow with my father's word, I can go find a partner when I'm working. But if so you can see how I can say like but that and such. But if I work, I might be working at the kindergarten, possibility or a nursery, which is a female-dominated
It's very hard.
work. So meeting a guy will be hard. Meeting a guy in itself will be hard, except the fathers of the children. Unless the father is suddenly a widow.
Single father.
Single father.
Yes. So about this, the preference, would you rather follow your father ideas or your own ideas?
If my ideas, it's because my ideas is basically influenced with how my parents were telling me. So I've been following that for a while. So I can't say that I can follow my own or his because we basically have the same thoughts, and that's how my parents told me to do when going into relationships.
So, okay. Can you act as if your parents and you don't have the same thoughts? What do you think will happen currently and also in the future?
I can't say, but I do like their tendency, like they create a scenario of the ideal type of meeting a guy, but it depends on the setting and how brave I am to do it.
So, what do you think that can spark the brave inside you or can boost your motivation towards that? What do you think?
Because I'm the type that usually like I can't start a conversation unless someone is starting it. That's usually me. So I'm too shy to approach a stranger suddenly about something unless it's an important matter.
Would you wanted to approach a person such as that guy and you asking him directly what she felt about me or something like that?
Ada punya dia.
Would you like to do that?
I'm too shy to ask directly what, and I can't really like confess how I feel. Like I can confess to if there's to a point, but in this scenario, like even I can consider it. It depends on the guy if he tells me and such, because with how he's like communicating and such, it's like hard to determine what his intentions and such.
So talking about your past, do you think that, like I said just now, if you don't have any same thoughts with your parents and you don't have too much influence towards you, what do you think about your choices and also your preference right now? I mean in terms of your career choices, your socializing friends and also your interest in your study. So what do you think about that? Since if your parents don't have too much influence or authority figures towards you.
If my parents give like a breathing space for me for them, give me the chance to do my own decision, I guess there are things I will do my own, but in terms of relationship, because usually we'll go to our parents to ask what to do, what to find in a person, because if we're looking at video social, it's like not everyone can do that, but if it were me, I guess the influence I may get is from novels or from TVs like that. But I can say myself, if I follow the influence of books and novels, because it's a Western type of book, it doesn't align with how the culture and also the religion we grew up with. So that's also we have to look into
Our parents.
that's why we will ask the parents and such.
So do you think that most part of your life you're gonna rely on them? Do you think that most of the time in your life, you're gonna rely or asking about your friends' opinions regarding anything?
Towards my parents.
Yeah.
I won't rely much on that. I will asking that if asking them for a relationship is like maybe put in consideration. We just like want to have the general sense of idea of what type of guy, because I'm the type like will ask, aside from my parents, I will ask friends too, how's their relationship, as a way to look into what makes the relationship happen and such.
Basically, you try to see and also
Collecting data.
collecting the experience and also the data. Alright, I see. That's a very good approach. Okay. Alright, I wanna ask about, let's say you have yourself authority, you can choose whatever you want. What would be like right now?
In what way?
In whatever way that you can try to explain to me. In whatever
If
situation.
I have my own authority.
Yeah. I mean, you in MSU right now, we are far away from your parents. Yeah, maybe if you need to do something that you can consider as, harmful or something that might worry them, you can ask about their permission. But something about your life, your preference, your responsibility, your responsibility as a student, as a person that wanted to find someone and also be friends. What do you think about that? This is a big scope, holistic, very, very big, general.
I guess ever since at MSU, I have some sense, a control of my own life. Since my communication with my parents is like sometimes like I update something to them, I vent something, because getting into this course too is my own choice. Like early childhood, that's my own choice. My parents actually have like their own routes, since my parents told me and my sister like don't be a teacher like that because we already have teachers like. So since I'm already interested before like choosing FSPM. One of my choices I think is early childhood education too. But since I got to SPM, so I guess this is a chance that I get to choose for myself, because there's no option. So I choose this because I'm interested because children's development, and it gives me with how my projects are given. It gives me the freedom to be more creative with my work, as I can create dolls and posters and such. So it at least gives me a sense of control to myself. When it comes to my how I could say relationship, it's it's not it's not some things. It's not that influenced by my parents entirely. This is mostly because I guess because in religions we have to look into something to guide, right? So that's one thing. Because I'm the type of person who the type will go what if scenario since I was a kid. So I will think of many scenarios like if I do something, will it go to option A, B, C, is like that. Because for a while ever since in my mind I think it's like a game in a way. So we choose this because we choose to do our next course of action. We have to do A, B, C. So it's like that. When it comes to the relationship, depends on how we act towards a person and how they act to us. It is something like we need to consider too, because we don't want to look like we're desperate and such. But there are times like we can't catch the others hint too. So it's hard to determine what the next course. Since I'm here, I'm not that much finding a relationship, but I did discuss with my friends like what the type of guy I might look into when I was at work. Though I think that's a joke type of conversation, because my answer will be like, if my student have a single father or a single uncle, I want or brother, I can say brother lah sebab like macam tu. It's like I can go with it actually.
Is it the last resort that you have?
Yeah, last resort. If that's not my last resort, I'll be asking my parents to find arranged marriage like that. So basically, I have a lot of options on the type of relationship I'm going, because I don't, as my friend said, because they know I'm the type if a guy suddenly become nice to me, then I might terkena perasaan itu. So they said, you jaga-jaga, jangan kau in relationship kau suka dengan mana-mana lelaki dekat MSU ni. It's like that.
So you have that belief about being cautious about getting too close to MSU guys.
It's not like no. It's not like It's that they only want me, but for me it depends how we act on campus and such. I don't mind dating a guy on MSU. It depends. It's like because they said you don't want to be awkward to each other when you're at campus, when suddenly bump with them. It's like that scenario.
And thinking about your scenario that you create, to the point you can adjust it to the point A, B, C. If you do this, you might get A. If you do this, you might get B. So most of the time in your life, you'll be doing that.
Yeah, in a way, because we need to yeah, it's kind of calculating, right?
Right. I see. So what do you think if you following that scenario? I mean, life is sometimes unpredictable,
Huh?
right? Sometimes life is unpredictable, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever experienced something that you already think, you already imagine the scenario,
You already planned
yeah, you already
it.
planned, but you go with it, but suddenly something else happens, something different.
Okay, so if an action is taken, the next course of action is usually A, B, so there's an additional option C. So we can consider that as like side quest. Side quest or like apa ni, random quest. So it depends whether we want to choose that or not. So that's something we have to wait, like to think also whether or not we want to pick that option or go with the main options.
So most of the time in your life, is if you go or something that you think that are not very comfort or out of your comfort zone, you might run from it or avoid it from getting into it.
I can't say I avoid it. I might do it, but it's not like it might like I don't have the motivation or like to do it because I'm not. Have I mentioned? It's like when I was younger, because of my dad took mathematics and accounting. I decided like in Form 4, I want to take classes that have basic accounting. So I already planned that. So with my kemahiran hidup we do the perdagangan and accounting. So my KH, that's my mark on that paper is alright. I have A's. So I decided to take on that. But since my parents persuaded me to take on in pure science, it's like my choices, like I have to choose whether or not I go with my original plan or to pick my parents. So basically that's what I've chosen, which deviate from the original plan that causes me a bit me burning out slowly. But it's also added a little bit of thing which an option my father told me to take basic account too, so it's hard to focus on that too.
So basically you took pure science, you also accounting.
Yes.
That's very, very hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see. So now I think we are at almost of the end of our session. So do you have anything else to share?
I guess for now, no. About the guy, I can say since I had a few conversations with my friends and my parents, it's not as bothering me as such because it's not that I'm confused. Like I like him as a friend more than that or such. It's not like I dislike him too. He's a great guy. He's a nice guy. Okay. It's just that maybe I'm too reserved like that. There are times like I may find a bit overwhelming. It's like not overwhelming. It's like odd because this guy. I'm not sure why because when I'm with my other guy friends, I avoid doing like physical contact. But with this guy, it feels like it comes not easy. I can't say easy, but natural. It's like comfortable. Like after we finish our production and such, my mind is like I think I need to avoid this. I need to like step away a bit physically because I can't find myself to like touch, not touch, yang have a physical contact with the gender, like with the opposite gender, right? Because yeah, so it's like making me feel like not uncomfortable. I can't say uncomfortable, but maybe we might doubt myself at that. Maybe it's because he's, as I said, he's too friendly with the opposite gender, right? So it's like that.
So you may perceive that guy as someone that you know lacking of that religious stuff.
If we do like with the painting and such, he's okay. I'm not sure about his coded plan, but with how casual he is, like hugging another girl, it's like it's like that. It's like I said, even if I have to think like if we were to have a relationship, I can't really force him to change and such. As it may be hard because you have to think about him too. Like, can he really drop that type of characteristic? I'm not sure. His ways, his just I'm not sure. Apa pun panggil tu? Kurang naif, actually something like that. How he meets his friends and such. So there are things I have to consider too. That's what I told him. Like I have to like think a lot of things.
So it means that tolerate with his approach, behavior, or something that he acted because that's him. We
Yeah.
cannot change him because of we don't like it to be him, we don't like him or her to be that way. Yeah, I like that. I like that perspective because we mainly focus on tolerance, being tolerant towards other people.
Yeah. As much as the religion goes, it depends on how people practice it, right? So we know that people have problems with the religions that they have they're practicing when they were assigned including birth. So I can't say like I don't want to like be the type of partner that will be controlling like that. But I want a partner that at least have like no boundaries and such and within the teachings of religion. That's all.
So I would like to summarize our session for today. I think we've been discussing a lot of stuff and I really something that I'm really surprised to listen something a lot coming from you. Maybe because of it's been a while since our last sessions. And that's a very, very good improvement that you have and also the encouragement that you have towards yourself. And I would like to also recap about what we've been saying or discussed just now about your relationship and also about the guy that gave the flowers and also we recap also about your expectation about the holistic view of community and also your preference, something about it. So I hope that in this session it gives you good insights about what would be the best for you and also what would spark your encouragement and also the brave inside. So thank you Isa for today's session. I hope you will have a good day ahead.